Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. This is going to be a tutorial series on the curse wall. And I've been getting a lot of questions asked about the curse wall and how do you get to it and how do you edit it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you there. So this is assuming you obviously know your way around the dev kit or you're just starting out. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up to File here. We're going to go Open Level. And we're going to go to the Conan Sandbox and we're going to open that up. So let's go ahead and we'll do that right now. We'll wait for the dev kit to load. And the curse wall is kind of an interesting map piece. It's kind of divided up into two separate pieces, followed by individual cinematic boxes. And the cinematic boxes, they're programmed and coded to kill the player if the player passes the curse wall. And then, actually, I should say it's a three-part. And then on the other side of that is a blocker volume. And this volume keeps players from exploiting the curse wall and allowing them to pass through and then pass through over to the outside of the level. Now, you want to make sure you have a blocking volume if you play with the curse wall, because if you don't have a blocking volume and your players happen to find their way to the edge of the map, and you decide to remove the curse wall altogether, your players can fall off the world, which then they'll fall through, either hit the safety net or they won't hit the safety net and their character will continue to fall through the world, which is the engine, and eventually the engine's going to go, I can no longer track where you're at, so I'm going to end up corrupting your database and your character is going to be gone forever. So make sure you don't leave your player characters in that situation. Okay, so we got the persistent level opened up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Window, and we're going to go to Levels, and we are going to open up what is called the curse wall. Now the curse wall is a couple static meshes that are kind of invisible almost. And I'm going to find our wall right here. So this is our wall, and when I click on the wall, you're going to see the yellow outline. That's one piece of the wall. And then if I go to the next piece of the wall, it's going to follow around to a certain point, and then I click again, it's going to go up into the mountains, and then if we click again, we're going to have another piece over here, and we're going to have another piece of the wall over, if I can find it. It gets a little crazy with the mountain section here. But you can kind of tell where it's supposed to be due to the blockers, and I can't get to it right now, but it's there. But these blockers right here, or what I'm calling the volume blockers, this will prevent a player from actually passing through the wall. So here, yep, there's our wall right there. So if I click on that, maybe I can get it there. There we go. So it's pieced and it floats all the way around the map. Okay. So now that's one section. That does nothing. It doesn't kill your player. It's just an animation, a material that glows green to make it look like it's very dangerous. So how do we get to the part that's killing our players, doing all that fun stuff? So if we go back to Windows Levels, and let's just go ahead and we're going to open up 04 for an example. So we'll open this up. Okay. And let's go find our 04. Or no, sorry, not 04. I meant, let me see. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot. Not 04. I want 14, I think it is. Let's see, 05, 02, 03, 04. Oh, 14, I think is what I want. Yeah, I think it's 14. We'll make sure here. Not 04, 14. My apologies. So we'll open this up. It might take a little bit here as we load it and the shaders draw. However, 04 will probably have a little bit of curse wall, but I like to use this one where the players start at. So it gives you an overall idea. And we're opening, come on. And still trying to draw it open. So we'll give it a little bit. And the big thing about the curse wall is just make sure that if you want to keep areas when you start moving the curse wall, you also got to remember to move the buildable area spline mesh, which if you can see on the screen, kind of right here off to the left, you see these little dots, these little white boxes along the top of the sky here as the editor's kind of loading up. That right there is your buildable area spline. So when a player goes to place down an item, place down a building, that tells the engine that, hey, the player can build here on the landscape. If you don't extend this, this will not allow the players to build past where the original curse wall was made. So you'll have to adjust that, which is you'll have to save the persistent level. And the persistent level, you want to be careful saving, because when Funcom makes a change or adds a new dungeon or something, the light volumes and processing volumes or physics volumes on the persistent level change. You're going to have to readjust this and save all your work. So the cursed wall level is going to be kind of a nightmare if you don't keep track of everything, okay? So just beware that when you start tinkering with that and having to save it, you're going to have to continue to update your persistent level to meet any changes that Funcom might make to the actual game world. So we're almost there. We're almost loading up. It's just taking a little bit here. Dun, dun, dun. As we wait, come on. 1.4, let's load. We're almost there. It's been a while since I opened this level, so it's going to take a little bit to run the shaders. But we're almost there. Just have to bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Now we're compiling shaders. All right. So now we're here, but this is not the level I wanted. What am I thinking? 1.4. I want 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. And that's weird that 4.0 is open here. I'm a little backwards right now in my brain processing. Let's see here. I've been working too much on the Conan Exiles expansion. Okay, so anyway, this will work because we kind of got the old wall where it used to run across here. So we'll go ahead and use this as our example. So you had the old wall before they expanded, which is now removed. What we want to do is we want to go to levels, and we're going to go to 1.4. If you notice 1.4, there's sub-levels. So when you drop this down, there's a sub-level. So if we open up the sub-level, you're going to see these green boxes appear. Those are your cinematics. Okay, those are the boxes that end up killing your players. Okay, and then the blocker volume should be somewhere right there. Oops, there's the part of the wall, static mesh, but there's your blocker volume. Okay. Now if we go Window, World Outliner, and we go View in Current Level Only, this is basically going to show us everything that's selected in the cinematic level. So there should be 25 items, I believe, here. And it's kind of a mess to navigate a little bit. So you just got to close these little subfolders and all that fun jazz. Okay, so there's the blocker volume. Okay, for something over there. Okay, then we have the death cinematic, which is these here. Okay, so those are your cinematic trigger boxes. This is what's going to kill your players. Okay, so remember that once if you want to extend, you can. You might have to delete these, or you can actually move these, but you're going to have to either, if you want to keep the ability of the curse wall, I recommend keeping these, just shift them and move them to where you need, and then you can copy and paste and create another box where a player might hit it, and it'll kill them, of course. You're also going to have to adjust. Let's see if we can get our wall to pop back up. So like this green glowing wall, you're going to have to either make a new mesh and reset it to shape your world. Okay, so as you can see, if I can get, yeah, so there you go. So I'm trying to kind of highlight the rest of the meshes here, see if I can get it. Nope. This is kind of crazy trying to do it from here. But the example is here, is these meshes are cut, pre-made, and designed to be fit to the world. But you can make your own. You're going to have to use Blender, or you can create a square static plane mesh and try to adjust it to where the material looks right if you want to continue the look of the curse wall. If you don't want it completely, then don't worry about it. Okay? So that's basically the curse wall. And then what I was telling you about before was the build bounds. So it's this spline up here. It's floating high up above the world. And if we zoom out here and kind of get high as we can, have it highlighted, it basically wraps around to the, oops, we're just to a max ceiling there in the engine. It wraps to your curse wall. So where those are, that's where the player can only build is within this area. All right. So if you want your players to continue to build further out on the map, you're going to have to extend these. Or you can copy this and create a new area and then wrap the area with these. Okay. So that is your, let me make sure I'm not lying to you here, the world outliner. And we're going to go just only selected. Let's see if that'll pop up now. Let's see. Build spline limit curse wall. I believe that's it. Okay. Control Z, go back to it. Yep. So this is called the build spline limit curse wall. So that's where you're going to find that allows you, like I said, to build outside on the other portions of the map if you decide to edit them. Okay. So remember, we'll kind of rehash this one more time. So what you'll do is you'll go to levels, and then wherever the wall is, you're going to open that level up, and then there's a sub-level, and you're going to find the cinematic. Okay, because the curse wall level's got 8 meshes. So if we click the curse wall here and we go World Outliner, we should be able to view in current level only. Come on. I don't know why it's not gonna. It's gonna be crazy. It's making me look silly right now because I got the curse wall level open. Let's kill these real quick and make sure, see if we can get it to work here. Unload these. We don't want to do any of the saves. Okay, let's open that one up. Let's see if we can do this real quick. I'm trying to get it to reset its brain so it'll actually find those 8 pieces of the mesh so I can actually highlight them and kind of give you the overview here. And then we're almost done with the tutorial. It's not a very long tutorial. It's really simple. But I've been requested a couple times, hey, could you tell me how the curse wall works, or how do I move it, stuff like that. So I figured I'd give a quick tutorial on the curse wall and knock that out. So it gives you an idea of what's involved, what you have to do to modify it and move it around. So let's see here. It's opening this level up. I wish I wouldn't have picked that level, but it's okay. I kind of need to anyways for this mod, so that way it's in the shader cache. So we'll do that here. And let's see. Come on, make it happen. But yeah, most of your curse wall covers most of your outside map levels. So your zeros 1 through 6, 7. Yeah, so through 7 you'll see curse wall. And then the curse wall will wrap around up until like map levels 5 and kind of goes across. And we're almost there, 76%. Okay. And then hopefully we can close this and get the world outliner to show the curse wall static mesh. That's what I'm trying to actually get selected here. So if this thing will just do its thing, we'll be all set here, hopefully. Come on. I'm trying to think of anything else I could tell you about the curse wall. It's fairly simple, but it's the complicated part is just tracking it, reshaping it if you want to keep it, or if you completely want to delete it, like I said, make sure you put blocking volumes around the edge of your world so that way players can't fall off it. And you know, just remember that you're going to want to make the transition look normal. Okay, so now let's unload this. Okay, I do not know why that is not window world outliner. I do not know why it's not. Let me see. There we go. Damn it, I had that check marked. Okay, so they're named east, west, east, northwest, west, and north. Okay, so now by using that, I've highlighted all the static meshes where the curse wall is. Now in this mod I've taken out a portion of the curse wall. So that curse wall goes from here and wraps to here, but I've taken that out because I'm actually extending the jungle. So that's why you don't see it here. So basically that gives you an idea of how much the curse wall wraps around. So there's actually technically should be 9 pieces, sorry, not 8, but 9. So that'll give you that idea. And then also, like I said, the volume blockers here. Make sure you put these around the edge of your world, because if you do not use these volume blockers here, your players will fall off the edge of the world and they'll corrupt their database. So keep that in mind. Okay. Let's see. I think that about covers it all. If there's any questions, you can contact me in my Discord, contact me on my Patreon. And I'll be more than happy to try to help you with any questions. But I think this tutorial basically covers everything about the curse wall and what you need to do to move it, delete it. I mean, it's really simple. Just delete the stuff and save the map. The map will save to your mod folder. And matter of fact, let me show you that real quick. So if I go to my active mod folder here, and I bring it up, and I go to the content folder, maps, Conan Sandbox, and we go and see this is your persistent map, which I have to save for now. Go to your art, and there you go. There's the curse wall map. I saved it because I have that one piece I've taken out. Oops. So just keep that in mind. And let me see what else I've done. And then the cinematic boxes, where I removed those cinematic boxes or changed them, you have to save that as well and keep it in your mod folder. Okay? So with all that being done, I thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, you can support me on my Patreon. I try to do more tutorials. Like I said, this was kind of highly requested a lot about map modding and making. So I went ahead and I just want to knock one out because it's, like I said, it's about a 30-minute tutorial. And it gives you the basics on what to do. It's up to you how you want to be creative and change the map and all that stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get ready to move over to my regular streaming. But I do appreciate everybody's support, and please visit my Patreon, my Discord channel, and that helps me continue to do the tutorials and stuff like that. I do appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and transition this over, stop the recording, and then I'll be starting my other stream. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you enjoy this tutorial. Have a good night.